What's good, everyone? It's your boy Richard Wong, aka RW, back with another video, and it's Friday, so you know what that means. Free Sample Friday is here. So you know what that means. I'm gonna break down a sample, explain how I made it. Free download, link in the description. But before we get started, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe for more videos. Let's get it. All right, so here we're on the session. I did make this on stream, so definitely subscribe or follow me on Twitch. I do stream on both YouTube and Twitch. Shameless plug. And on the stream, I decided I want to use the C-board, which is an MPE device. And I've been really trying to get into MPE. I've had a C-board for years, but I just never really touched it. And I really wanted to learn how to, use MPE just because it can create crazy realistic sounds using software instruments. All right, so first, let me play the sample. So I pretty much made this sample while practicing MPE, and I still am practicing, so definitely more free MPE samples to come. Definitely stay tuned for that. So as you can see, I have all the MPE MIDI up here, and I just bounced everything out just because, one, MPE uses a lot of CPU, and two, it's just easier to use with the audio, because the thing about MPE is that while you're playing, a lot of like automating and stuff like that is happening while you're playing. So it's easier to bounce it out into audio and then mess with it from there as if you're playing a real instrument. Because, when you play a real instrument, you don't get MIDI. So I first started out with these chords right here. I'm going to turn off all the effects. So I started off with these guitar chords right here. Just wanted to build off of these. And then, for guitar, you want to layer a lot of guitars, and it just makes it sound better. So I added this layer right here. And then finally, I added another layer of guitar, this little top line right here. And then it sounds like this. That was starting to sound pretty good. Not perfect, but definitely way more realistic than playing it on a MIDI keyboard. I'm thinking about doing like an MPE versus regular MIDI keyboard comparison video, like how sound different playing on each. Let me know if you guys want that. So then for the guitars, I added an EQ, just cut out the lows. I added this guitar rig on the basic jazz amp preset. I'm not sure if I tweaked it a little bit, but I definitely lowered the input so it wasn't hitting the compressor as hard. And then RC20 on a Mina Foundry preset that I tweaked a little bit, as you can see with the little star. And now it sounds like this. It did sound good without the effects, but with the effects, it really made it more what I was looking for. So then I added this flute, which I played with MPE as well. All the stuff that you see the MIDI for and the vocal right here aren't from MPE instruments. They're just from regular, playing it out or clicking it in. Oh, and by the way, all the guitars are from Contact. There is a way you can set up Contact instruments to be able to work with MPE. Now the flute, this is the Mellotapes flutes from Equator 2, which is made by Roly, which make the C-board. So this is kind of like their MPE synth. This synth is built on MPE instruments. Great sounding flute, and especially, with the C-board, it makes it sound super realistic. Then I add this bass, simple bass line, paired with this glockenspiel from Mallet Flux. And if you look, this is such a simple pattern. It's just there to accent some of the sounds, and it sounds like this. By the way, most of these sounds just have an EQ on them, but the glockenspiel has a decimort, lowers the sample rate, just makes it sound a little grittier, a little more vintage. And by the way, the bass is just following the bass notes of the guitar pattern, so it's pretty much the same rhythm. Honestly, the sample at this point does sound pretty complete, but I decided to add these vocal chops just here and there, just to, give it a little bit more. On the vocals, I just had a Wolf compressor. Just give it a little bit of compression, not too much. And then I do have other effects here, but I decided to take them off. But I added the Pro Q. This is what really gives it the sound, honestly, on the phone preset, just to set it into the mix, give it that vintage flavor. Now for the master, I only have RC20 on the Vantage Master Chain 1. If you see my other Free Sample Friday videos, you know I love this preset. It sounds really good. Just gotta tweak it a little bit every time, depending on the sample. Just in general for presets, you can't really just throw them onto stuff. You want to click the preset and then adjust it here and there for what you need. And finally, I threw on the God particle on the default preset. I just turned the limiter down and the output down just to give it some sauce, harmonics, compress it, and volume. And I have Pro L at the bottom. It's off, but when it was on, it was just there as a meter because to me, Pro L has the best meter. At least for me, I just like using it. But that's gonna be it for this one. Follow me on my social media, all linked down below. Check me out on all my music platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, stuff like that. Of course, free download link in the description. Of course, before we go, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe for more videos. We'll be dropping a new free sample almost every Friday. Can't promise every single Friday, but I'm gonna try my best. But that's gonna be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you guys next time. Peace.
They don't know what it takes for you to chase your dreams. All these sacrifices, don't know what it brings. This just feels so right, yeah. This just feels so right, yeah. Blinded by the lights in the limousines, but all I care about is to make